So do you see photography ever becoming your profession?
I wanted to create the demand for myself.
Goal is to do something actually.
And I love to be into public speaking, and I still have grabbed some of the opportunities and sitting over here.
Passion is what drives us mad towards what we really want to achieve.
We focus towards academics, but at the same time, we really good with the cultural thing as well.
Believe in yourself. Don't expect anything, because if you stop expecting from others, you'll feel very happy.
College life is not just about exams and textbooks. It is also the time when some explore their passion, some explore their side hustle, and also find out their interest in arts and sports. But how do you balance this without burning out? Let's find out in the brand new episode of Beyond the Classroom with 3 talented students with me here, Vedika, Abhinandan, and Kritika. Well, to begin with, I would love to listen to your stories and know more about what you do. Tell me a little bit about the courses you're studying and how do you like it in the Chitkara University?
So I'm currently a second year student I'm doing BE CSC Computer Science, and besides this I am a poet, I am a published author, and I'm very active into the like hosting events like ACM and Readers Club. Like that's pretty much what I do.
I'm sure we'll get to listen to some of your poetry.
Sure.
Great. How about you, Abhinandan?
Hello, ma'am, and I'm a BTech first year student at Chitkara University. When I first entered the university, the hopes were just like Siddharth Malhotra entering the Student of the Year movie, the college. But again, the reality hitting, it was a private BTech university. I had to showcase my talent to, get known by the people. So I was good in academics, getting good with my passion, which is mainly photography. Apart from that, I am also good at hosting events.
So do you like being behind the camera for photography or what you're doing right now in front of the camera?
It's again a difficult question. I always try to be behind the camera, but the urge going on the stage, that is much more, vast than being behind the camera. So I always try to, get that stage light for me.
Wonderful. How about you?
I am also a computer science engineering student, and before coming to the college, I was having one thing in my mind, that I need to grab every opportunity that is coming into my hand. And I love to be into public speaking, and I still have grabbed some of the opportunities and sitting over here.
I must say you are extremely, extremely expressive. You have beautiful expressions. I'm sure you get that all the time.
Definitely. You do. Sometimes it becomes over also, but I do manage this.
Does this hamper your studies? Does it affect your studies, or do your teachers ever tell you, "Tum yahi karte rehte ho"? Sometimes focus on your studies, or you're able to balance it out?
Sometimes, or most of the times, I would say the situation is that the attendance is always short, so teachers are behind us that iske alawa bhi kuch karoge. So but again, we have to balance the academics at the same time, because the primary goal at the end is the degree. Yeah.
Goal is to get the degree, or goal is to do something in the field of computer sciences?
Goal is to do something actually, to gain experience, to be more like active and learning the practical skills more.
So basically, poetry will remain your side hustle and just something. Will it ever become your mainstream?
I think poetry is my passion. So I won't say it is a side hustle or something. It's something mainstream. But yeah, I'll try to do some poetry as well, and also manage my career. That will go parallelly.
Any arts, any form of different arts field is also doing very well. Why do we need to focus on the subject that we are studying in school? Why is it important to get the degree?
In the society, that India society, we say that it always they see us with the degree itself. So we are made in this way that we have to get the degree to get the good job. But what I believe, how the society should change, that you better focus on the experiences that it gets. Life is all about just a short thing. You don't know who will die, who will be sick. You should experience in every field whatever is coming into your hands. So you need to change your perspective, and that's it's just like an India society.
That's beautiful. But if given a choice, would you still study what you're studying, or would you pick your passion?
I'll pick my passion if I get the chance.
Yes, if you're serious about it, I think you will. Because then I think studies sometimes, of course, it'll always come in handy, but passion is what drives us mad towards what we really want to achieve. In fact, like I shared with you, I am currently a student of online MBA with Jatkara University, and I get asked a lot of times that why are you studying now? I am doing digital marketing and strategy, and it will always come in handy, and especially in today's day and age. Do you create social media content, or how do you reach out to the people that you want to reach out to?
Exactly. So when I started content creation, I was normally just into photography first. When I came to the college, I was given an option to join any of the clubs, but I could not because my main priority was my academics. But after seeing my work, I wanted to create the demand for myself. Like seniors started calling me for the events. At that point, I started covering the events. So my covering the events thing led me to more opportunities, which I would say. Then I created a Instagram page for my content, which helped me a lot.
For me, I have been posting for a while on Instagram, and it's majorly, of course, my poetries and reaching out to people. I try to make new connections there, like people from the same field, people who write, and learning from them and sharing something of my own. So, yeah, that's pretty much for what I use Instagram for.
I work for someone else, like I work in Seed and I am content management. So I do write a content for them, and the creator I write the content. So I'll reach out through there.
Wonderful. You're starting from the basics.
Yeah,
Yeah.
learn it how to do it.
You'll learn it at the expense of others and then do it for yourself. That's a very smart way to go about it. And is it easy to balance your academics while doing all of this?
For me, I think if, like you said, passion, if that is it, so it automatically drives you to do that work like poetry and writing. It just takes me there. And managing my academics, I don't think it was ever an issue because I have been a studious kid from school. I've been studious. Yeah, there were ups and downs. There were phases when I couldn't, like I was at the lowest of my academics, and that just brought me down somewhere in poetry. I wasn't very open. So, that a creative block, that was there. But I think I tried to balance them out.
But do you think each of your passions, does that in any way help you in academics?
I feel that, when I go on some table, like this is me, these are my things, these are my skills, it actually brings more attention, and that just makes me more confident, I feel.
How about you, Abhinandan?
So if I talk about myself, again, this is the connection which brought me up to here. And these connections have been built across many events which I have been following or I've been in the management team. So whenever I just interact with new people, I'm a social butterfly. It's very easy for me to connect to anyone. And following the passion has brought me a lot of discipline in me, because following passion comes with a lot of sleepless nights when you need to sit hard for the editing thing and all you need to do, and the deadlines are the next day. The thing needs to go online before the event. These things have helped me to meet the deadlines, because we are engineering students. We always study one night before the exam. So it's always helpful that way, I think. The results came for the first semester, and the CGPA was 9.5 out of 10.
Wow, you're intelligent. And we heard that you've come from Australia. How was the experience in Australia, and how is it different here?
It's a lot different, because when I went there, it was totally a new culture. I was into it. Talking to the people, the psychology or the behavior they have towards the people is totally different. But I think that was really helpful to me when I came to this university, because I had a lot of experiences before entering the main thing which I was doing, that was the engineering. So it helped me, I think.
Do you ever doubt yourself in what you're doing?
I do, because there are some stages where you have to do it, because at that time or at that moment you only realize it. No, the doubt that is coming into your mind is actually just a myth about yourself. But when you present, after become like so many doubts that come into your mind, and you present yourself and you feel like, oh, It was just a part of the life and just a part of a phase that I have to face it. And
So, do you come back with any friends from Australia? Do you still stay in touch with them?
Yeah, I
Or
love them. Actually, the best friend of the Australia, I would say, one is Jack and the other one is Lara. They helped me a lot at that time, and they are still in connection with me. So whenever I feel low or feel something, I need to talk to someone new. I am around because talking around the same people living in the hostel, it's a small campus. You connect to the same people very frequently. But like when I want to change my mood, I just give a call to Jack or Lara. So yeah, they're always there to cheer up my mood.
we always hear poets are usually their own best friends or lonely people. Is that true with you, or do you have a lot of friends?
I would say that's kind of true.
It is.
I have a few genuine friends, but yeah, most of it's like I'm my own support system. Like my family is there, but it's always good. Like you are there with your own self. You know yourself better. You spend time alone. That actually helps you, that introspection and everything. So yeah,
You reflect upon and then pick yourself up whenever there's a low time.
yeah, that's what I totally do.
And to follow your passion, each of your passion, has it ever been people who pulled you back, or there have been people who've supported you through and through, be it your friends, family, faculty, near and dear ones? Tell me something about that.
For me, like pulling me back wasn't a thing, but yeah, people sometimes comment like why you're into reading or why you're into poetry, or like I usually write in Hindi because Hindi is like my comfort language. I can express my best in Hindi. And sometimes because people around me are very much like they use English a lot, like not just in conversations, but also like they are not very aware about Hindi or pure Hindi words.
And living in India, if they cannot understand Hindi,
Exactly.
and I will say that in the camera, इंडिया में रहते हुए अगर आपको हिंदी समझ नहीं आती, तो यार जहाँ पे इंग्लिश होती है वहीं जाओ ना. यहाँ रहते हुए आपको हिंदी आनी चाहिए, और हिंदी बचपन से सीखनी शुरू करते हैं. हिंदी बोलने में क्या प्रॉब्लम है? बड़े होते होते आपकी ग्रामर ठीक नहीं है, आप शायद ढंग से बात भी नहीं कर पाते हो, लेकिन हिंदी में बात करने में आपको शर्म आती. I will tell you out of my experience. I've studied in convent schools. I've studied in army schools. I mean, I come from an army background. My family was always a Hindi-speaking family. So when I went up on the Miss India stage, and so I think in Hindi because घर में हिंदी में बात करते हैं, तो मैं हिंदी में सोचती मैं हिंदी में हूँ, और मैं शायद बात करूँगी इंग्लिश में, but because मैं हिंदी में सोच रही हूँ, तो मेरी thought थोड़ी lag करेगी. So during Miss India, and while we were preparing for it, one of our trainers told me, Navneet, it is absolutely fine if you give your answers in Hindi. If you're confident in your own language, forget Hindi. Even if you want to talk in Punjabi, talk in Punjabi. कोई problem नहीं है. Like you very rightly said, it is just your mode of communication. You have to express yourself, be it Hindi, English, Punjabi, or even Gujarati. So, you're not a Gujarati, I understand, but yes, we'll come to Gujarat. So yeah, I think Hindi is a beautiful language. Yeah. Let's hear something about Gujarat and your experiences in Gujarat.
the first thing I would love to say about the Gujarat is the safest state.
Absolutely, it is.
Because I walk in the Gujarat on the roads around like 11 at the night too. It's very safe and it's also clean. Because when you go to Ahmedabad, the roads are very nice. And the people of the Gujaratis are very mitha. Like very nice and very good.
So did you also learn to speak in Gujarati?
I can read.
You can read.
I can understand, but I can.
So don't speak. Okay, wonderful. I love Gujarat. Ahmedabad is one of my favorite cities. And like you said, it is very clean and they have fantastic food. कोई ये बोलता है गुजराती खाना ना मीठा होता है, कहीं कहीं का होता है, no doubt, but अहमदाबाद का खाना तो बहुत अच्छा है.
But I would hope to say one thing, that in my school, in Gujarat, it was day boarded school. So they used to give us lunch at that time, and every food, it was meetha. Okay, it was too tough for me to living in the Gujarat at the starting date because there was scarcity for having a Punjabi tadka wala food to बहुत मुश्किल से हाँ मिलता था. But somehow we managed and we got to know that there's a places who make a very lovely food and very very lovely.
Tell me where I'll definitely visit next time.
It's a Palga and it's near to Kalkaria Lake. Okay, so you can go there. It's a very yummy Frankie you get from there.
Oh, very nice. I like Frankie's. I also like Bombay roadside Frankie's. While you were in Gujarat and were you staying on your own?
I was there with my family except, but later on the things got on. It means it was COVID time. Gujarat was the major in the red zone in the COVID time, and it was too tough living over there because people were very scared and they become a little bit clubby too. So it was very tough for me living over there. But then,
And did you pick up on public speaking while you were in Gujarat?
no.
No.
The thing was happened with me when I was in second standard. So it was funny thing with like okay, there was a you can say a routine or हम मस्ती करते थे class में. So it was assembly time and everyone was sitting over there. Okay, then sir asked us one thing that could you like to say something about Abdul Kalam ji and you have to give the speech. So we were in just fourth standard and we used to raise our hands even if we don't know the answer. Just for the fun we used to do it. But at that time my kismet was very bad that the sir was like, yeah, you girls just come up on the stage. And I was like, oh my god, I was not even wanted to be go. And then at that time my shoe buckle was it was broke and then I was on stage and I said to sir, I'd love to give my answer in Hindi. And then the sir was like, okay, it's comfortable. I'm on there. When I got the mic, I was too nervous. I just said, kya tha? And the whole school was laughing at me. It was too nervous. And at that time, I was standing there numb.
वो सेकंड क्लास में फियर तो खत्म हो गया था. क्या होगा, ज्यादा से ज्यादा हंसेंगे और क्या हो सकता है, इससे ज्यादा खराब क्या हो सकता है.
मुझे बोलता था I'm like whole school has laughed at me, so what bad did
नहीं, अब माइक मुझे ही दे दो, ये माइक मेरा है. So you would speak. How does public speaking for you, public speaking, photography, or all the things that you do apart from academics, does that ever help you through your tough times?
If I talk about all my experiences which I have been through since school level, I started public speaking at the school level because my school gave me many opportunities, let it be at the zonal level or even the district level. I would like to thank my school for all the opportunities it gave to me. I developed a lot of, my connections, my friends, even my teachers from the 5th class are still in connection with me. Something really good I developed after organizing or hosting so many events.
I'm sure you were a good student. I mean, only good students become teachers' pets.
Nah, what I have learned is either be too bad or be too good. So in that class, I was like really naughty person. So maybe that's why the teacher remembered me.
Notorious not to the extent where you will create problems for
You
them.
should know your limits. Like that breaking teacher's chair is too much. Like, but
Did you do it?
not really. I was just giving an example, but yeah, I would say that something going too worse is too bad. But
Did you burst crackers in the school?
right, but fail.
So how about you? Does poetry ever help you when you're going through your low time or having a bad day?
It really does. I guess most of the times when I'm not feeling well, it is poetry or it is writing a journal or something. Like my diary is like my first best friend is my diary.
And do you encourage your friends, family, people around you to journal?
I do, I really do. But then it's also like सबके लिए नहीं है, मतलब सब नहीं कर पाते हैं. It just depends on level of patience because some people find talking is much better as compared to writing.
I mean, I think I cannot always comprehend my thoughts. It is not that easy for me to. If I had to pick up a pen and paper and comprehend my thoughts, I think I'll get lost somewhere in the way. So instead of, मैं तो यही सोचती रहूँगी, अच्छा आज मैंने पेन और पेपर उठा के लिखने की सोची है. Let's write something about this instead of उस टाइम पे क्या thought थी. How do you create a routine, habit, or what do you do to stay productive?
So being a morning person, I can't be a night owl. So I always plan my day really early in the morning. I first of all go through what's going in the class because I don't have the habit to go to the class like really frequently. So, but still I need to stay connected to what's going in the class. So I just make a, syllabus kind of thing, which I need to follow for the whole week. I divide the days, divide the subjects for the day. So once I'm done for those subjects, usually
बहुत ज़्यादा organized sound नहीं कर रहा है ना? इतना होता है क्या?
हो जाता है once you develop those habits. So my mother helped me.
This is not only for the for the episode. No, you actually do this.
I do this because my mother developed me.
Your mother will watch this. Yes.
I do. I still do it. Because my mother helped me study my academics till the grade 10. So the habits which she developed in me are still with me, and I'm really thankful to her which she helped me. So once I'm done with those things first, I give preference to the, my co-curricular activities, let it be the digital content creation or the photography thing.
So, what he said are completely opposite to this because I'm a night owl and I don't go as planned because whatever the things that come, I do that by the day, do what is the deadline and I complete it because making means a proper routine that wake up with this, you need to do this, you need to do this. No, I can't do it because I'm not at all a maintained student.
But have there been times, like you said, you also write content for others? Have there been times when you had to choose between studying and doing the job? So, and when that happened, how did you choose and how did you prioritize?
Today was my exam. And yesterday I had lots of work to do it about my content texture. What I did, I studied first, whatever the things I know, and I take out a couple of time from this and I put all that. So this is my thing that I do it all night. I compare my work and then I.
So do you ever see this becoming your profession?
I say that, yeah, it can be because I also wanted to be entrepreneur and I am kind of going into this thing field also. So the thing I want to have that as a profession.
So do you see photography ever becoming your profession?
Living in an alien society, I would say it's a difficult profession to pick by choice when you're studying engineering.
How many people do you see sitting behind the camera, right?
I totally agree. You're already studying engineering, it's a difficult profession to pick by choice.
3 Idiots नहीं देखी थी? फरहान ने क्या किया था?
कभी मानेंगे?
नहीं माने? So cyber security is what you want to do?
It's more of my thing, yes. But if you see my photographs lately, they would say you be good in that place. And so I build up good in both the things. But my main preference is towards my song.
And you are already a published author. Do we see another book coming out or anytime soon?
Yeah, I am planning in the actually
Of the book, but right now I want to actually explore first be more. That one thing that I would always just now you feel our mind, then it really actually craft better.
So sometimes do you go back to your first poem that you ever wrote and think कि ये मैंने कैसे लिखा था?
To be honest, the first poem I actually remember was when I did some first or second class and it was like such a cringe poem. It was a different typical poem is that you see in university writing was
First second class में poem लिख दी थी उसमें कुछ भी cringe नहीं है. हम first second class में अभी sentences I think frame करने ही सीख रहे थे. So
as far as I remember it was very young. I was very young.
So do we want to hear her? Do we want to listen to her poetry?
I have noted कि मैंने लिखी थी and अब इस time लगा last year I researched this and it was about my I like or it was like मैं लिखती नहीं बस कलम से मांगी मैं लिखती नहीं बस कलम से बातें करती जब तक जाके इस तेज़ भागदौड़ में तब थोड़ा कभी नहीं तोरे काबिज मट्टी मैं लिखती नहीं बस कलम से बातें करती एडी सी रामों पर जब लड़ खड़ाती
अपनी व्यथा जब किसी से कह न पाती, जब खुद के मन से खुद ही मैं हारती जाती हूँ, आंखों से निकली बूंद होदा इश्क बदा, पर सिसक सिसक के मैं फिर आई मरती, मैं निपती मत बस कनी से बात, एक आन अंधेरे में चुप्पी याद करती, तुझसे मेरी आवाज़ें तत्काल निडरती है, जब ध्यान से सुनती हूँ तो पता ये चलता है, ये कान चीपता शोक अंदर लगता है, तब जब खामोशी से मैं कुछ बढ़ती, मैं लिखती हूँ कुछ।
So beautiful. You know, I think a lot of people जो प्रोफेशनली भी पोएट्री करते हैं, आजकल आपने सुना होगा बहुत स्टेज पे भी, यस, वो भी शायद इतना अच्छा नहीं लिखते. What is your the title of your book?
It is Zanari Isra, but it's like a small fiction that I published when I was in 11th. I looked at my 10th. तो उसमें basically छोटी छोटी stories हैं. That's not like a very good plot or something, but the stories are like what I learned from those stories and how it like it's a fiction, so it's based on a life for girl who goes from childhood to where she is now. And वो छोटी छोटी stories isn't just Sita, it's a story of that. It is available on all platforms. It's available in Amazon, Yipta, Then I tasted the journey.
When I tasted the journey, I would definitely love to read When I Tasted the Journey. And I think anybody watching this episode must also go and get the book, read it. And is it in Hindi or English? It's so. What is that? What do you think has been the most powerful learning in your journey when you balance your academics and your passion?
The first thing I really would keep in mind while following your passion as well as your careers at the same time is the priority thing. What is to be prioritized at the moment. So if you're posting an event during the time of examinations, you should be really careful that you're done with the important dishes first before you get on stage for the event thing, because you need to pace the examination the very next day. Apart from that, the other things which I need to keep in mind is, I think that the persons be very careful about is that thing be really kept ready, or like is it a really an important thing to do at the moment?
And what are your takeaways when you balance both?
I'll say that never stops for anyone. And I feel that even if you prioritize your things, that's a major thing. But depression is the biggest thing that will happen. So you need to think of it that later on you do not regret in saying that, gosh, my karmic thi.
Okay, so let's quickly play a game. And this is a rapid fire round. Oh. So that's something that you didn't know about.
Yeah.
Did you?
No.
You were thinking of the second game. We'll also play that. Okay, so quickly, I will start with you. So a book, podcast, or creator, who inspires you the most?
It's a book, Still Thousands Net Suns, Khalid Zain. I mean, that author is like, he's one of my favorites. He inspired me a lot. And not in the sense that, like, what he does, it's how he does it, how he makes people see the emotions to his ears. I think that's the best thing that motivates you to also do if you go.
A quote or a mantra you live by?
Yeah.
A dream collab or goal in your passion area?
One is Zida and second in Project Tab.
So you want to write for Prajakta Goli? You want to write for both of them?
Which is very nighty, which is very...
Yeah, I think you get a little bit of your personality from her, does it? You're chirpy, you're bubbly, you're cute, as she is. Yeah. Great, wonderful. We will move on to the next game. And this is Never Have I Ever. So we keep our 10 fingers like that. And with each question, we put one finger down and see who is left with maximum number of fingers at the end and see who wins. So never have I ever gone to a club meeting just for free snacks. You have. Wow. Never have I ever. No, but we'll not judge. So this is also, we say it and we don't judge. Never have I ever studied one night before the exam and still expected a miracle? We all have. Yeah. I think I do that all the time. Never have I ever faked being sick to avoid a boring group project. You're a good girl. You do all your projects in time.
Not in time, but yeah, just मेरे से बहुत रहता है.
Never have I ever joined a class just to maintain attendance and slept through the whole thing. All the time.
Just that benchmark 75%
Yeah.
75%? Wow. That's like
It's even hard to score 75 in examination. That's, I think, pretty easy than scoring 75%
in attendance. Yeah. Never have I ever Googled the assignment question word by word.
Not word by word.
But yeah, putting words here and there everywhere. Okay. Shouldn't it? Never have I ever worn the same outfit twice in a week and hoped that no one will notice. तो पहन लेते हैं लड़कों को फर्क ही क्या पड़ता है कोई नोटिस ही नहीं करता
It was at least a week.
You don't. Wonderful, yeah, that's fancy. Never have I ever forgotten to mute myself during an online class and said something embarrassing.
I doubly checked that.
Never.
Remember it because during the time of lockdown, we had online classes for the school, and I remember I had breakfast or maybe lunch, and I was talking about it. दाल बनी है मैरी का बनी.
So सबने बाद में बोला दाल बनी है खा लो.
This was really very.
Yeah, I think that happens with me all the time that I forget to mute myself. But अभी तक embarrassing तो कुछ नहीं बोला मैंने. Never have I eaten someone else's food from the hostel fridge. कोई मजे नहीं किए. Hostel में जब किसी का
Boys of school मजे और आएंगे आपके.
Never have I ever said, let's study together and ended up gossiping for hours. No?
Because me and my friend used to study together only, or would not gossip study at that time.
That's real. That's really disciplined. I can never do group studies.
PS
Yeah. How many do we have? 4 there. 3. That's it. Okay, she won. Did you intentionally do that?
No, I was.
Fantastic. So anything that you finally, before we close, do you want to say anything to your friends, family, teachers watching this, and anything that you would like to express yourself with?
I think one poetry that I can remember, like 4 lines that I always like keep on. This is one I think that everyone should keep in mind is there is prison waiting for you on the east of the sky.
And you ask, what if I fought? Muro madale, ipogiklay.
Very nice. How about you?
Related to the word biosopher, I have realized or self-introspected is that in the academics and all of the concert activities at the same time is really important because the movie pace of the bird is letting us towards many more opportunities. Let it be the digital content creation or else it be a very important field of work because those influences can influence your day-to-day buys, your decision making on the basis of what we easily helps. Those all decisions are being taken by the social influences right now. So if you want to see your career in that way as well, we focus towards academics, but at the same time, be really good with the cultural thing as well.
Believe in yourself. Don't expect anything because if you stop expecting from others, you'll feel very happy. You'll just connect to your own soul.
Well, with that, I think we conclude this episode of Beyond the Classroom. It was absolutely inspiring with wonderful 3 talented students who are as much involved in their academics as they are driven by their passion. Well, until the next time and the next episode of Beyond the Classroom, stay curious, stay motivated, and be inspired.